The way I've pushed myself to do this today should be started. It's Friday. I should have done this on Sunday. But what's new? It's week 9 of the Artist's Way. Technically, it's week 10, but we are recapping week 9 because I don't want to come to the end of week 10, which is on Sunday, and I haven't given you a recap. And I normally forget what we talked about in the previous week, but week 9 was about recovering a sense of compassion. There was so many things that right now, as usual, I cannot remember, but we're going to get straight into it. First chapter is talking about fear, but as usual, we're going to go through the weekly check-ins first. Check-in number 1. How many days this week did you do morning pages? Regarding your U-turns, have you allowed yourself to shift towards compassion, at least on one page? Yes, I did all my morning pages and I did give myself some compassion. We're going to get into what U-turns are as we get into the details of week 9. But check-in number 2, did you do your artist date this week? Have you kept emphasis on fun? What did you do? How did it feel? My artist date felt so good. One of the activities in the previous weeks was to revamp our space and make a little, I don't know, just change your space up. And I did that. Here is how it went. With the crazy price of housing these days, a girl can't afford to move. So we're just going to redecorate because my intrusive thoughts want to redecorate today. I know I look crazy. We're going to move this and try and make a divider. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but let's try and see. Instead of complaining that I need to move to a bigger house and the rent is expensive, how about I show the place that I have right now love? Because we need to remember to be grateful for what we have. It just hit me that the mirror is not going to have a stand. She's looking hella naked and hella dusty. Do I really want to do this? Too late. They have caught so much dust. Can you see? Oh shit! I forgot that the back is closed. My idea might not work out, guys. My idea might not work out. Can I take this out? Wait, I need to think. See, that was the vision, but this is wooden and I don't know how to take it out. How can I take this out? The inside is white, the outside is brown. Also, I realized that it stops the light from reaching the kitchen, and I normally record in the kitchen for natural daylight. I don't know if there is a safe way to take these out and just hold on to them. I don't want to break it, but I'm also trying to look on TikTok to see if I can, how these are added together. It doesn't look like a screw, so I feel like I can look it. Wait, I'll be back. I think I found a way. Oh my goodness, but it's taking forever. Wait. Did I speak too soon? Because I might not be able to put it back. I broke it, but I'm going to glue it together with super glue. See the vision? Something more like that. So much for women in STEM. I broke them all apart from one. Do we see the vision now? I definitely do have some damage here and here, but that's okay, we can hide it. I can even put a plant right here. Actually, let's do that now. This used to be her spot, and it still is, just a little bit higher. Oh, in order for me to hide this, I should have put it on the side. Or can we just do this for the journals? One up, like that. So what do we think? This or that? This or that? My plants are still thriving. I'm not blocking them. And this is what we have left here. I'm going to clean it up and put back the mirror and some of these things as you... Oh my goodness. Where are all these things going to go? This is a final reveal. The plan is to get a shoe rack, but for now, this is where this is at. I needed something to hold the mirror. I did move the couch to this side, and I think it looks pretty cool. These are my little ornaments that I was looking for space for. And all in all, I think it turned out so great. Oh, and this is what it looked like before. I feel like my space just opened up. I'm so proud of myself for this today. I don't know, it just feels so good being in a different space. I know it still looks like the same to you, depending on where I place my camera. On this angle, it looks the same, but I haven't made my bed. But if I, well, look here, I have. If I put it like this, then you can see we have a new setup. It was such a fun experience, and I've been finding myself wanting to do more crafts. In fact, this week's Artist's Way is a craft that I'm going to use in my house as decor. You will see it for week 10. Did you experience any synchronicity this week? What was it? I don't think I experienced a synchronicity this week, or maybe I just wasn't highly aware. And if I remember, I'll let you know. Check-in number 4. Were there any issues this week that you consider significant to your recovery? Describe them. We'll get into that, I guess. I don't remember. So we're going to get into them as we recap week 9, which brings me to the things that stood out to me this week. First chapter is about fear. Blocked artists are not lazy, they are blocked. Being blocked and being lazy are two different things. Do not call inability to start laziness, call it fear. Interesting. These are the things I underlined. I actually quite don't remember much, but it says, first of all, you must give yourself permission to begin small and go in baby steps. These steps must be rewarded. Setting impossible goals creates enormous fear, which creates procrastination, which we wrongly call laziness. Did I need to hear that right now? Because right now I have a very huge goal that I'm working on. I told you I feel very inspired. But then I'm biting off more than I can chew, maybe because I gave myself a very short deadline. Also, I think I work very well with deadlines. The only thing is that I'm one of those people that one of the reasons I'm doing the artist one of the reasons I did 75 hard is to confirm to me that I can do hard things, and also that I can finish stuff. Because a friend of mine when I was younger once told me, she's like, oh Sheila, you start stuff and not finish them. And now I'm just like, okay, if I say I'm going to do this series over the summer, I want it to be like 60 episodes and I want people to follow and I want it to inspire, educate, motivate people, and then I don't do it, I'm going to come off as a loser anyway. Oh Sheila, please do not talk to yourself like that. Stop getting scared. Fear is false evidence appearing real, okay? Enthusiasm is the next chapter. It must take much discipline to be an artist. We're often told by well-meaning people who are not artists but wish they were. Oh my gosh, this is something that spoke out to me and now I'm remembering. Think of discipline as a battery. Useful but short-lived, which is the same thing as willpower. When you have willpower to do something, it's useful but it's very short-lived and it runs out very quick, which is one of the reasons I work out early in the morning, because my willpower will run out, and lately it's been running out because I've been making excuses. Anyway, I digress. We admire ourselves for being so wonderful. The discipline itself, not the creative outflow, becomes the point. The part of us that creates is best not ridden. Enthusiasm, from the Greek filled with God, is an ongoing energy supply tapped into the flow of life itself. Enthusiasm is grounded in play, not work. Everything that you do should feel like play, not work. And you see how I have this idea of this series? Like I have everything in my mind, but the moment I start thinking about it like work and complicated, oh, I need to make it perfect, I need to make it like this. Okay, perfectionism is one thing, but putting it out there, I've been trying to tell myself, Sheila, just put it out there. The more you do one episode, second episode, third episode, it's going to just get better from here. But the more you keep stalling and doing all these things, you're just going to stay stagnant. The next chapter is about creative U-turns, which is basically recovering from an artist's block. Recovering from an artist's block, like recovering from a major illness or injury, requires a commitment to health. At some point, we must make an active choice to relinquish the joys and privileges accorded to the emotional. This chapter there was too many examples that I really did not care about. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Okay, basically what the author was talking about in this chapter was, how many things do you say that you're going to do for yourself? For example, you're going to write a play and then you show it to someone and then they say something and then you don't get on with it because one person said something. So you make a U-turn and you're like, no, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not this enough, and you just stop. There's so many creative U-turns. Actually, one of the exercises that you're going to see was writing down these creative U-turns and forgiving yourself and doing the inner work. And as the weeks go, most of the exercises are more to do with inner work that I cannot share with you because there are personal journeys that I have to do, and I've been journaling in my journal during morning pages, so that is why you haven't seen a lot of that, but we're going to go through them. Next chapter is blasting through blocks. In order to work freely on a project, an artist must be at least functionally free of resentment, in brackets anger, and resistance, in brackets fear. 100%. And I'm also realizing this, the more, remember how in last week's episode, I think we talked about people were jealous of, I don't know if it's last week or the week before that. After releasing those feelings and just trying to practice positivity and positive affirmations to myself and to the feelings I have towards other people, to just understand where it's coming from, I'm becoming more free in my creation and releasing, because sometimes when you hate and you bitch, that thing takes over you. There is a dark cloud, and the moment you let it go, the moment you start to let ideas flow. I don't know, that's how I feel. You know what messages I just received right now? It's like every time I get my shit together, my job just finds a way of fucking up, because I work for my friend and everyone is quitting. And because they're quitting, now he's like, oh, can you come? Please help me for a week or two. This is why I kept on saying when this journey began, I need to quit this job. And one of the reasons I didn't want to read my journal is because of this. Sorry, I'm looking outside because I don't want to look at myself and lose my train of thought. Anyway, let's continue blasting through blocks. As your artist's parent and guardian, its big brother, warrior, companion, it falls to you to convince your artist it is safe to come out and work, in brackets, which they mean play. Bro, that message has thrown me off completely. Anyway, tasks of the week, morning pages. This week we're supposed to read our morning pages, and like I told you, I only read 1 week. But then the author told us to take stock. Who have you been consistently complaining about? Subhanallah. Did I just complain? And I was complaining about this at the beginning of when I started this journey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, who have you been consistently complaining about? Many of us notice an alarming tendency towards black and white thinking. He's terrible, he's wonderful, I love him, I hate him, it's a great job, it's a terrible job, and so forth. Don't be thrown by this. Acknowledge it. The pages will allow you to vent without distraction. That's why we're talking with my friend the other day, and we're like, if, God forbid, I pass away, whoever knows me, they're these fluffy journals, the ones I use for the artist, where someone needs to burn them. Burn them! Anyway, the second task is about visualizing. You have already done the work with naming your goals, identifying your true north. This was the exercise for last week. Check out the previous video. The following exercise asks you to fully imagine your goal. Please spend enough time to fill in the juicy details that would really make the experience wonderful for you. This is the experience. Name your goal. I am. You have to speak it in present tense. Describe yourself doing it at the height of your powers. This is your ideal scene. Read this out loud to yourself. Post it somewhere above your work area and read it aloud daily. I didn't do that. I didn't post it in my work area, but I should. I didn't describe the whole post, but probably should have used the black marker, but I wrote I am a successful content creator. And I will come back here and read this every day. I actually like the fact that I put this here because I sit here a lot lately instead of my bed. Yes, a lot in my bed, but also here. The thing is that I need to train myself to read these out loud because they're actually very helpful. Then the next task is about priorities. List your creative goals for this year. List yourself creative goals for this month. List yourself creative goals for this week. This week, when week 10 began, I actually wrote down some creative goals for the week and it made me feel good. I've also realized that I'm actually putting in the work for all these things. Recording this video was one of them. Is it a little bit late? Yes, because it's Friday. But I've edited my YouTube videos. I've started on the content that I wanted to create. I've started planning it. I've been doing things and getting shit done, responding to brand emails. Task number 4 is about creative U-turns, which we talked about a little bit earlier in the chapters from this week. All of us have taken creative U-turns. Name one of yours. Name 3 of yours. Name one that just kills you. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all the failures of nerve, timing, and initiation. Devise a personalized list of affirmations to help you do better in the future. That is a very interesting exercise that I did do as a journaling prompt for me last week. That was it for week 9. Very insightful, very helpful. Like I told you, I'm going to repeat the artist's way. And this time when I repeat it, the one thing that feels like a burden, but I felt like I needed to do for myself is do these weekly recaps, because when I redo it, we're not going to do weekly recaps. We're not going to do like videos about it unless I feel inspired. For the most part is to see where I'm at. I probably won't even be doing morning pages, but I would love to continue with the morning pages. It will all depend. I'm going to keep journaling. I'm saying this as if it's the end, but it's because it's Friday. We are very close to the end of the artist way. We have 2 more weeks left. And the artist way is over. I can't believe, like, I was looking at all the different ones. The thumbnails, I'm like, damn, we've come such a long way. There are so many things I've learned, and I'm those people that when I learn things, I want to put them in action. That's why I said I'm going to repeat the artist way, but this time as more of a reader, not as a person who wants to inspire. Because I did this, like I said, I feel like I'm going around in circles with these conversations, but I want to come back and watch this, like when I do week 1, see where my mind was at, see what stood out for me, if my mentality has changed. And a lot of the things that I was reading from week 1 through 9, 10 right now, are things that I wanted to talk about in my little series that I'm doing. So I'm just like, I need to remind myself. Anyway, I'm excited for you to watch that series that has been inspired by my journey of doing the artist way and finding myself in what I really want to express. But as always, don't forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love. I'll see you in week 10. Bye.